I was just sitting here editing a different video, and then out of nowhere, more mega news. So let's take a minute to talk about this. First and foremost, we got the name of the English set that is going to combine the two mega sets we already know about and that we just talked about a couple days ago in a video. The English set is just going to be called Mega Evolution. Keeping it simple. PokeBeach is reporting that the English set will have 132 cards before Secret Rares, which is pretty much what we were expecting. Maybe the biggest news of today is that Mega Venusaur's attack is confirmed to have the English name Jungle Dump. For real though, the big news coming out is that we most likely know the name of the Q4 Japanese Mega Set, which is Storm Emerald. So let me throw up the likely release schedule that PokeBeach has listed and kind of go through the sets that we already know the names of thanks to these trademarks. So first and foremost, we're getting Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia with Mega Lucario and Mega Gardevoir. Very popular Pokemon. Afterwards, we're also getting these starter decks that include Gengar EX. Again, one of the big guns. After that, Inferno X. Probably going to have Charizard in there. I don't know what else that could be. Then around October, we're expecting Ninja Spinner, which don't know what that could be other than Greninja EX. Greninja's probably going to be getting a Mega. It has been rumored that the Kalos starter trio is going to be getting Megas, much like they should have gotten back in X and Y. Then in Q4, around November or December, is when we were expecting to see Storm Emerald. Everyone's immediate conclusion was, well, that's Mega Rayquaza. This soon into the Mega block, we're getting all the big guns. We're getting Charizard, Greninja, Gengar, Lucario, Gardevoir, and now Rayquaza. This makes me think that the Mega block is not going to be as big as we think it is. If their sets are going this hard on all the fan favorites this quickly, and yeah, we'll have to wait and see what the sets are actually like, what Pokemon are getting the focus. But you can generally guess by these trademarks what the basis of the set will be. And it does look like we're getting Mega Rayquaza. And this is something that I thought they would save until the end of Mega Block. Once we get to the end, you know, we've already burned through a bunch of the Megas that nobody really cares about. We got your Metachams and your Alakazams and your Agrons. I love Mega Aggron, but most people don't. We got those out of the way. Now we need to draw in more people. We're going to use Mega Rayquaza. We're going to get our primals in there. That's what I was expecting for the end of Mega Block. Maybe the last set having Mega Mewtwo. I think that's the only big gun Mega that we haven't seen yet. So either the Pokemon Company knows that the Mega Block is only going to cover the time period around Legends ZA, and then they're going to end it and jump straight into 30th anniversary early next year. And whatever Gen 10 is going to be. I think that is the most likely path that they're taking. Is that this block is just going to be a short one to fill time while they're finishing up Gen 10. Alternatively, it could be that Legends ZA has some spicy Mega stuff in there that we just don't know about yet. That is going to top even the popularity of something like a Mega Greninja or a Mega Rayquaza. Just hearing about the return of Mega Rayquaza is giving me flashbacks to Roaring Skies, where the entire metagame was just Shaman and Rayquaza. And if you couldn't afford those cards, then you weren't playing in paper. And we really don't know what other Megas could possibly come out of Legends ZA. You know, Mega Delphox, probably Mega Chestnut. If they wanted to go really big, do a Mega Perfect Zygarde, that could potentially be the Storm Emerald, since Zygarde deals with green, but Emerald is Rayquaza's thing. Since it is Legends ZA, could potentially see a Mega Charizard Z, a Mega Mewtwo Z, and maybe that's the big finale, is focusing on those Pokemon that we're not even going to know about until the game releases in October. Big tinfoil hat hopes is that Legends ZA is linked to Legends Arceus, and we end up getting a Mega Arceus or a Primal Arceus along with Primal Dialga and Palkia and Giratina. And maybe that's where we're heading, but I'm just going to default to the most likely, which is Mega Block's going to be short, and then we're going to jump straight into 30th anniversary as soon as we get into maybe like Q2 2026. Another thought I've been having since the last announcement, where we got some more cards revealed for Mega Symphonia and Mega Brave, is that we haven't seen an ETB yet. Are we going to have Elite Trainer boxes? Or is it just going to be these premium trainer boxes we've seen that have 2 full booster boxes with them? We don't really know. We don't have product listings that far out for the West yet. But that may be one change we need to be prepared for, is the discontinuance of Elite Trainer boxes. That's one of my favorite products. I've actually been working on a video about the genius of the Elite Trainer box and how it changed the collectible scene for Pokemon when they started using those. But something else to keep an eye on. Let me know down in the comments if you think there are any alternatives to what Storm Emerald could be. And do you agree that Mega Block's just going to be a short-lived block and then we're just going to jump straight into Gen 10 as soon as 2026 is up and rolling? Any other thoughts or comments you have, please share. Let's get a discussion going. I'm excited about this. I was expecting a couple of lackluster sets moving into the Mega Block, but it looks like they're all going to be going pretty strong and burning through all of these Mega Pokemon. Pinsir better get a card this time. Mega Pinsir never got a card. So also let me know down below what Mega Pokemon you want to see, whether they are repeats of old Megas or new Megas like our regional Feraligatr that we're probably getting. I don't know if those starters are going to get Megas or not, but that's just another thing. It's another thing we don't know. I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Post-edit, I was actually thinking about Storm related Pokemon. You know, let's separate out the Emerald part because that's probably Rayquaza, but what could the Storm part mean? Rayquaza's not always associated with storms. And I was thinking the last Legends game we got the 4th Cardinal Direction Pokemon. We already had Thundurus and Landorus and Tornadus, and then Legends added Enamorus, and that completed the 4 Cardinal Directions because Enamorus was a turtle in its Therian form. So it's unlikely that we get a 5th Pokemon in that grouping. But the Storm part, if the Legends games want to keep adding to that select group of Pokemon, could see some alternate forms of Tornadus and Thundurus, potentially even Landorus and Enamorus. They're not as Storm related, but definitely Tornadoes and Thunderstorms are. Are we going to see Megas of those? I wouldn't think so. I think I would much prefer to see alternate forms. I like alternate forms of Pokemon better than upgraded forms like Megas or Gigantamax most of the time. But the Genies did stand out to me, as did Xerneas and Yveltal. Not directly Storm related, but they are related to Norse mythology. And within the Legends game, since it takes place in the present day or near future of the Pokemon games, it doesn't really make sense that Xerneas and Yveltal would be present, lore-wise, unless there's just more of them running around out there somehow. But perhaps there could be some new incarnations of those Pokemon that are still related to destruction and renewal, and that's potentially where we're getting this Storm that could be part of the story of Legends ZA. You know, I don't believe that the story of that game is just, oh, it's nighttime, go battle and catch some Pokemon. I would hope that there's an overarching story that links to the lore of Kalos, and that could potentially be it. Just some more thoughts. The other thought I had was, if you've not already picked up the Mega Rayquaza cards from Roaring Skies, then you've missed your chance. Don't even try. They're going to be so expensive. The price already started shooting up when they announced the return of Megas. Now that they've announced the very high possibility of the return of Mega Rayquaza, yeah, good luck. That card is going to get so expensive.